The war ends today. The Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense. And perhaps, if we are fortunate, we will be able to turn back time.
Indeed. Okay. Kagrin has got us to go to the Iconian system, and believe it or not, we're actually here. We actually haven't moved since the last episode. And we get quite a few new items. We get the Peacemaker title, a custom outfit called the Iconian Vest outfit. I'll make sure that off on it in a later date. Some delivery more, and the 3 pieces, the 3-piece set of the Soul Defense set, and finally the Nanite Repair Matrix for your space trait, which is you can equip if you don't pick one of the Soul Defense set. But anyway, now that we're at the Iconian system, shall we go warp him?
You are cleared for docking.
The current temple phasing technology makes it one of the few safe areas for rally point in the main Alliance fleet. Captain, I hope I'm not speaking out of line, but looking forward to paying back the Iconians for the ships and friends we lost from this muster. Mission 2, but right now we need to check in with some of the other captains about our orders. And here we are in the centre, and we've got first of all I'll have a chat with the captains around here. So, Cohen?
The High Command is still intact, and Kronos remains unconquered. Even so, this war cannot be won if we lose Earth. The Bortesque will fight until she can fight no more, as will I. If this is to be our end, then I will meet it with blade in hand and blood in my teeth. I can ask for no greater honor than to fight beside an ally who has shown this courage time and again.
Back, Captain Cohen. Now, she's more likely to also be the one with a spanner in her. She originally was an engineer as well. Captain, do you work?
All these years of pain and strife, and it comes to this? I cannot believe that this is how we will end. Our suffering, our struggles cannot be rendered so meaningless. You know what we have been through. This bitter taste, this grief that washes over me, cannot be the last thing that I feel. We will rise again from this. We must.
John True, where did you work? And Captain Shram.
Glad you're here. We've been fighting non-stop, and it feels like we're barely making a dent. Command says we're preparing for our last chance. I hope they have an ace up their sleeve, because I can't see a way to defeat the Iconians in a straight military battle. Whatever happens, just remember that you'll always have the Enterprise at your side.
Thank you, Captain Sean. Excuse me, was people trying to stay helpful? We've lost so much war in this war. The pressure's just wearing everyone down. Maybe Captain Kagrin has got some good news. Indeed. Now, you see Guy Slan, Commander Winters, and Commander Boroth who are important members of their crew, and I'm glad to see that Lieutenant Slan is actually up and around, considering he was addled with a sealer. I mean, quite a few people around here. Before we actually go start our interview, we'll quickly check out and see if we've spotted anyone familiar around here. no one really in here. But then I've got a feeling there's no one in the development room. Yeah, no one. Oh, no one that we can get that we need to speak to. Just cramming people around here. So, and Commander Philippa, she's a member of the Captain Sean's crew. Let's quickly check. No, it's like hanging around out here. Let's come in here. Right. Okay, we've got quite a lot of the got Captain Cohen with the guard Captain Sar and Visca of the Rhines. Yeah, I think Visca's actually he's actually been seen in the Great Hall. I think we can spot them in one of the future Klingon episodes, and Commander K from the Roman Empire, is the Republic version of the Republic Temporal Agency. So, we got Adriana and Drac, and we've got Harry Kim, Captain Tuvok, and Commander Banzil. At least she's feeling better now after that bug infestation. Commander Achebe is someone we haven't encountered yet, but she does work on around DS9, and there's also, I don't know who Captain Perkins is, and no, it's Captain Nitti. Captain Marone. I should say Captain Thomas Marone. I initially found him as he's actually one of those captains who he's captain of the Pathfinder, which is the prototype version of the upgraded Intrepid class, which yes, he used to be having journeys, sleeping in the bar, looking at his ship. So he used to be in Club 47, and Paris is here as well, and Franklin J is talking to Lieutenant Kwan, who's at Klingon Temporal Intelligence, and Franklin Drake. Wait for we've got a story with him at a lot later date. We're talking about at least another few months away. So let's get started. Kagwan?
We have defeated one Iconian, but the cost to do so was too high. The Iconian forces are too numerous for us to sustain such a strategy. We have been forced to our last resort. The Krinim time ship has been modified, and we can use it to generate a portal to send us back to the ancient time of Iconia. Once there, we must prevent any Iconians from escaping the destruction of their home world. If necessary, we must kill the remaining Iconians ourselves.
Our time traveling experiments have all failed so far.
We presumably failed at temporal incursion, changing things in the past while remaining in a bubble of temporally shielded current time. This allows the timeline to unfold as it will, almost randomly. My team and I have been working on an alternative method that will actually send someone back in time to the past, where they can directly affect the timeline and help to guide it along the desired path. We've been running some basic scenarios that leave us quite hopeful that we can aid in the original attacks on ancient Iconia to ensure there are no survivors for us to deal with in the present.
It seems like an exceedingly risky plan, and even if it works, we'll be getting in genocide.
We cannot sustain this war. The Iconians will destroy or conquer every species in the galaxy if we do not stop them now. There is no guarantee that this plan will work, but if we do not try, we will certainly lose everything. Our long-range sensors have detected signs of transit from the Iconian spheres. The Iconians must be preparing their heralds for another large-scale invasion. We are gathering our remaining forces to make our stand.
Right, let's begin the briefing.
The Iconians have picked our next battlefield, and it is the Sol system. If Earth falls, we have lost this war. We have one move left to us, and it is to move this war to a battlefield of our own design. We will attack the Iconians in the past. We've identified that the Iconians were forced from their homeworld in an attack 200,000 years ago. We will take part in that attack and ensure there are no survivors to fight us in the present. Noi's team is busy reconfiguring the time ship. There are no guarantees, even with time travel on our side. We must hold out long enough for a ship to pass through a temporal portal. That means fighting this fight and every other until this technology is complete.
Captain, this goes against everything we stand for. Everything we've been fighting for.
You talk of honor, and duty, and freedom. All of these will just be words if we fail. We can try to live up to these ideals when we survive.
I don't know where that rifle came from. I think that was a bug, but anyway, let's register the pier and head to Earth. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, Iconians have begun the attack. Incoming hail from Cagram. Put it on screen.
I've gotten word from Noi. They've completed their modifications, and the Krenim time ship is on its way. We must hold off the heralds long enough for the Krenim ship to arrive and generate a portal. Once the portal is open, we will go back in time to ancient Iconia and try to change history. But first, we must survive long enough to do so.
Where can we show up the defenses?
Enterprise here. We've intercepted a group of heralds. Can you give us a hand with them?
No taking pressure, we're on the way. And
This is the USS Hood. Our attack group is taking heavy losses.
RRW the veterans responded to your call for
don't worry, it won't be all this fighting. Although I understand there is Captain Kirland of the Defiant around here.
Shipment range. This is the USS Cleveland. We're losing reactor containment. We need immediate assistance.
Enterprise can hold the line. Help get those...
Magnetic fields are failing. All hands, abandon ship.
Oof. Well, at least grab those escape pods before we get too deep into it.
Curlin here.
Oh dear. Defiant's in trouble. Still in shipyards.
Akagi here. We've restored main power. Thanks for keeping the gantries intact. Bringing the Fight 99th Attack Wing into battle.
Control. Flight aboard and transporters are offline.
Earth space rocket lost main power. Evacuating crew.
Chimera, all non-essential personnel are away.
Oof. Yeah, what makes that very, very very easy to get overwhelmed with. Take into Galaxy Other Gateways, because Soul Gateways are the real people. Yeah, so most of just bullshit round here. Elves are moving to attack explode flank. We need to move to attack them before they can disrupt our battle lines at nudge.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
As we move him into back. That's what you call the Minutia. I can't remember what it was that. That might be. That's the. Oh, I know that is. That's the Cabal ship. Using our shield sisters. We have ships from all three quadrants here. The only thing we're missing is the ground quadrant.
I told you I'd be back, and this time I brought friends.
We have brought together forces from every quadrant of the galaxy. The Iconians have done the impossible. They have united us.
Ship is under attack.
Sheila?
I hope you're happy to see me. It doesn't look like things have been going too well so far. I left because I needed to find allies for this war. Ones who you couldn't or wouldn't talk to. The Dominion understands the Iconian threat, and they are quite eager to protect their stake in this galaxy.
The timing is, as always, impeccable.
The Herald ships are regrouping. We should use this respite to our advantage. Form up at the KIS Anorax. We must protect it long enough for it to activate a time portal. Once the portal is stabilized, we can use it to go back to Iconia's past, and hopefully undo this war before it starts.
That's the only option?
Our situation is desperate. If we fail here, Earth will fall. And Kronos won't have much hope of standing without it.
It's our last chance then. I'll see you in the past.
I am arriving with the time ship. We must protect it until the portal is stable. Keep the Iconians off of us. Temporal coordinates have been identified.
We've got the last little few more minutes. Mark it.
Creating a bridge across space.
So they get a bit. I dread now it's going to be a pain to get it down. So we can take it down. We don't need to take it on. Take it down. We just need to stay out this fighters.
That's it. The portal is active and stable. Enter it now.
Let's go for him.
Energizing temporal emitters. The time portal is open and stable.
Go! Get through that portal!
Setting a course now.
The heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
We're on the way.
More gateways! An Iconian flagship is moving in!
This is the moment of your extinction.
Not today. Everyone, form up and cover our six.
Theirs not to make reply. Theirs not to reason why. Theirs but to do and die. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600.
Evaluating astrometrics. Confirmed. We have traveled back approximately 200,000 years. Only our two ships made it through.
There are no signs of Captain Cogran or his ship. We will have to continue the mission without him.
Captain, we've done some preliminary scans of our temporal location. Now it's put us exactly where we wanted, where and when we wanted to be. And Iconian about 2 hours ahead of the time that we attack on this world. Thanks, Wed.
Perfect. This will give us a moment to get our bearings and figure out how best to prevent the Iconians from escaping their doom. There are only 12 Iconians that we've encountered, so trying to deal with just those 12 will be a much easier task than trying to take on this whole world.
Let's see what we can learn about these people in the time we have. So, and I thought we'll be. Hello.
Greetings of the whole to you, strangers, and welcome to Iconia. My name is Matararen, and I am a herald of Matara. Before I can allow you to pass, I must scan you to ensure that your technology is of a sufficient level for you to be allowed access to our city. This will only take a moment.
By all means.
Your technology is sufficient, but your chronoton particles are substantially out of phase. Please follow me. You must speak to my mistress.
Either way.
Remember why we are here. Every Iconian must die in the bombardment, and their technology cannot be taken. If even one Iconian escapes, this could all be for nothing.
Now, you can absolutely chat with Celia. It doesn't really, it's more of a role-playing thing. You can absolutely, don't worry, I remember. Or, I know our business is, but I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do.
I recommend we begin by infiltrating their government building. We need access to their data and the gateway controls.
Agreed, we can't allow any of their technologies to escape. Now,
we've seen the ruins of a once mighty empire. This is Iconia at the height of its power.
That's a nice gateway. Although I'm not too sure about these platforms. Look like just held up by force field or something. Tablet. Tower?
I apologize for the interruption, Honored One. These travelers have just arrived at our city. Their chronoton particles are out of phase, and per your instructions, I have brought them to you.
Thank you, Mataran. You may return to your station. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Iconia. It is highly unusual to receive visitors with such unusual chronoton signatures, and yet we have had 2 in less than a cycle. Do you know a being named Cogran?
Yes, we were separated from Cogran on our journey here.
Wonderful. He will be quite pleased to reunite with you. You should be able to find him in the residential district. I imagine you passed through the same chronoton-charged nebula he did. That would account for the anomalous readings.
Yes, we did pass through that nebula. Is there anything else you need to know?
Since you are explorers like Cogran, I suggest you speak to Lemiran. She is the keeper of our world heart, a repository of all knowledge and a genetic record of the worlds we have visited. The astrometrics data in the world heart could prove quite useful to you. Do you have any questions?
And now, believe it or not, you can ask questions about the Iconians, and we'll do the Iconians. So, what are they heralds?
Our world teems with life, but we were the first to become self-aware. Time is no enemy to us. An Iconian can live thousands of years, but our numbers have always been few, and as the years passed, we understood that would not change. Needing servants and companions, we found a local population that could be molded and shaped to suit our purposes.
Go on.
At first, we used them as beasts of burden, or for tasks that were too difficult or dangerous to do ourselves. I imagine your own species has similar creatures. Over the years, machines and technology began to replace many of those functions. And as technology advanced, what we needed from the Heralds changed as well. Ultimately, we needed beings who could think for themselves. Our genetic reshapers transformed the Heralds from beasts to companions. Now we have achieved a kind of symbiosis. The Heralds perform the routine tasks that keep our society moving. We provide leadership, technological advancement, and defense.
What's your relationship with the Heralds?
We are patrons, parents, and perhaps even gods to the Heralds. In turn, they are our hands, our eyes, and our pets. Each herald is created to fulfill a specific function for his master. For example, it is my duty to interact with visitors to our world, but I cannot always be there to greet them. Mitararan stands in my stead, examining those who seek our gifts and bringing any special guests, like yourself, to me.
How are the heralds made?
We begin with a particular genetic line. Sometimes we will use archived genetic material from the world heart, but most often we simply take what we need from heralds who already perform a similar service. We then resequence the genetic material in utero, removing any defects and enhancing natural abilities the herald will need. We also modify their behavior to ensure loyalty and remove unwanted aggression. Once they are born, we begin an intensive training process. Heralds mature very quickly, so by the time their training is complete, they are fully grown and ready to serve.
That's all for now. Now we can chat with Lemern.
Greetings, travelers. Are you explorers, or do you come seeking our wisdom and guidance? Either way, I apologize. I am rather occupied at the moment. Please, return later. I should have time to speak to you then.
What can you tell me about the World Heart?
The World Heart is the repository of all our knowledge. It contains the genetic information of every species on Iconia and all of our colony worlds. With it, we can colonize and repopulate an entire world, shaping it to resemble our home in just a few short years. It also holds a record of our culture, history, literature, and philosophy. This is why we call it the World Heart. It is, in a very real way, the center of our civilization.
Thank you.
The changes we see in the Iconians are too great to be simple evolution. The Iconians shape themselves and the Heralds into weapons. Genetic engineering that is both efficient and terrible.
You know a lot about weapons, so well, is that Klingon up there? Alright. Kagwin?
You made it. Something must have gone wrong as we entered the portal that disrupted synchronization. I arrived 2 weeks ago. I remained cloaked, scanned the planet for several days, and then came to the surface as an explorer, seeking to open diplomatic relations with the Iconians. My ship is using the magnetic fields above the poles to help conceal its presence.
What have you found?
The Iconians of this time are nothing like the ones we know. They are flesh and appear to be friendly and peaceful, if a bit arrogant with those they see as lesser. Come. They will allow us to move through the city freely. You should see this for yourself.
We have a lot to see, Kagwin.
Cogran is either a fool, or he's being manipulated by the Iconians. Either way, he might jeopardize the mission. We'll need to watch him closely.
You're both a problem. I make my own choices. Again, that's another one where you might get different.
Someone's calling for help.
An injured herald. This could be a chance to learn about their physiology. Perhaps even find a weakness.
Okay. Miss Iconian.
Hello. Can you help us? My herald is injured, and I cannot leave him. I need someone to bring us some healing supplies.
I'll assist you.
Thank you. There should be a healer nearby.
I'll find them. And she's across the way, and
Do you require assistance, visitor?
are you a healer? I need a we need a medical assistance.
Certainly. However, I do not detect any injuries or maladies in your physical form. What do you require?
It's not for me, it's one of those heralds that is injured.
Oh, of course. It is our duty and privilege to care for our heralds. I will follow you to the patient.
Thank you.
We'll see who the lesser race is.
I have spent days among these people. They are very proud and very strong.
Thank you, Traveler. I appreciate your assistance.
What do you think of the Iconians?
How do you feel about your creator? The Iconians are parent, teacher, master, friend. They are our rulers and our gods, and I am grateful for their guidance. They give purpose and structure to our lives. We would not exist without them.
How do they treat you?
Exceedingly well. We do what manual labor needs to be done, as well as other tasks. And in return, the Iconians give me all I could need or want. I know it might sound like enforced servitude to you, but I don't see it that way. The Iconians are our beginning and our end. I am nothing without my mistress, and serving her is my greatest joy.
That's all for now.
The Iconians' affection for their pets is a weakness. We can exploit that.
I am not so sure. After all, we've seen how the Iconians will transform their pets. The Heralds are merciless killing machines. They have killed multitudes during this war.
Deaths that we will avenge here. No more waiting. We need to finish our mission.
Indeed.
I don't understand why you're bothering to help these people. We need to find the gateway controls, sabotage them, and be done with it. This could all be over if you'd let it.
Now, you can respond. One of the options here. You can. It's not the right time. We need to make sure nobody escapes. Yeah, I mean, one of those are. Oh. So let's have a. I mean, this is nice. We don't get really much around here, but we do get. Move on to a park carrier.
Clearly, the Iconians have a highly developed sense of.
That's fine, but what we need is to know more about their technology. And we're going to.
When you have technology as advanced as the Iconians, wonders can be found anywhere you look. We should talk to that officer over there.
Oh, there she is.
I see you are interested in this device. We are testing a new method of encryption. So far, it has proven to be most effective. To access the console, you must solve a series of problems that we believe only an Iconian could answer. Unfortunately, I fear the console is stuck in a testing phase, which is why I am protecting it. It may be a waste of time. You appear intelligent enough, but I doubt you or any of our other visitors could solve even the easiest of problems in the algorithm.
Then let me watch console for you. Ren says she needs to see you right away.
I am not supposed to leave this area unwatched, but all of my heralds are performing other duties. And if Elmiran sent you, very well. Thank you, Traveler. I will not be long.
Shouldn't keep her waiting, bitch Ren. Cheeky. So let's access this console. Okay, let's do some decoding. Coding encryption algorithm number 1. Now, this input. Now this is one of those you can actually just guess it. $28. And this is just pure because I'm not reading these questions and limited. As an access file on Akbar. The Akbar have made no sense. They convert our gateway technology. However, their warlike species is soon after they developed rudimentary warp drive technology, they used it to attack and ensnare several of our inhabited worlds. Akbar has made several attempts to convert the access our cultures and steal our technology. Although officially we are not a war, we should be extremely cautious with the Akbar. Access to Great Gateways is strictly off limits to Akbar, and Hell will be assigned to monitor movements of Akbar versions in the areas near the gateway access points. All of that data. Let's talk about the Denosians. The Denosians have made repeated requests for medical technology. Our analysis of their biomedical ethics, however, indicate they have a primitive level of development and they have an 84.6% chance of doing themselves harm with genetic engineering and a 74.2% chance of using it for biological warfare. Although thus far their dealings with us have been honourable, their plague on their world has increased the demands for gene manipulation. Our recommendation is to continue to supply dinners with medical supplies and antigens with all other medical technology. And download that data as well. And we log off.
It is just as I surmised. The Iconians are following their own version of the Prime Directive. They are attempting to protect lesser developed species from acquiring technology that they may not use wisely or well.
What do you think, Seela?
Not so fast. We've only heard one side of the story. I'd like to know what some of the other visitors here think about the oh-so-noble Iconians.
Agreed, let's find out. Now, we have a couple of people around here. We can see this trader and this Iconian medic.
We will gladly give you the medicines you require.
The medicine will help with this plague, but what about the next one? We need the ability to take care of ourselves, but you won't give us the means to do so.
I am sorry, but we have extremely stringent rules about who can use our technology. There are many species who are not yet ready to use our gifts safely and wisely. One moment, Falkar. Yes? May I help you?
Our people have a similar policy regarding protecting developing societies. I think you're right. Strict access.
Yes, I will take your opinion under advisement, but ultimately, this is an Iconian matter. You are simply another visitor on our world.
I'll leave it to you then. As I said, you can pick one of those choices and, well, all you get is get a similar response, so I didn't bother too much about it. And it's a nice place to chat. And you got Ikbar, Envoy, and Denosian Trader. Let's listen in to them.
We haven't made much headway trying to reverse engineer the gateways, but just imagine what we could do with it.
Oh, I have. You could move an army in the blink of an eye. Think about what would happen if all these heralds just showed up on your planet. Oh, they'd take over in a day. I'm still trying to acquire some of their data. Have you had any luck yet?
Nothing yet. Despite all their openness and hospitality, the Iconians have everything on lockdown. I can't even get near the building where they keep the world heart without some herald stopping me. If I were the Iconians, I too would think twice about giving people like these advanced technology.
Agreed.
This doesn't prove anything. So the Iconians have their reasons for withholding technology. I don't care, and neither do their enemies. We know the bombardment is imminent. This world will be obliterated, no matter how much you sympathize with the Iconians. And don't forget what we're here to do. There can be no survivors.
Actually, both sides of the argument. Yeah, I mean, basically, all those. Basically, you can. There's not much difference between those choices other than for well-play reasons, really. So we're detecting amount of ships along ranges, multiple configurations. Avoid detection at all cost.
Tell your ships to drop into orbit above the polar region. My ship is cloaked there.
Yeah, take up polar orbit above the planet. Yeah. So, one final thing we got to do. This is an Iconian engineer. Thank you.
Excuse me, but I require assistance. We have lost contact with several of our colony worlds. I am attempting to increase the range of this communications console to re-establish the connection. But I need another set of hands to adjust the frequency while I attempt to dial in the proper network levels. All of my heralds are currently working on the evacuation. Would you be willing to help me?
I'll do what I can to assist you. So let's realign this phase discriminator. And again, it's just tweak these things until it matches it or close enough. Tweaking it. Okay. When?
Curious. Our communications should be reaching the colonies, but I am not receiving any response to my messages. Something terrible must have happened. We were not concerned about the lesser races. Not at first. They were like children who wanted things they could not understand. It was our duty to protect them, to guide them. In time, when they were ready, we would have shared all of our gifts.
What will you do now?
I do not know. If the colony worlds have fallen, then I am sorry. Please excuse me. I must speak to our leaders.
Best of luck to you.
We already know the evacuation did not save them.
But the gateway on New Romulus remained active for a time.
Then we must cut off that path, now, before anyone escapes.
Yeah. Moen?
Welcome, traveler. I apologize for my earlier absence. Do you have questions about our world?
Who's attacking you?
We have had contact with many worlds in our journeys, but we have found no people equal to our own. Some of the others resent the blessings our people enjoy. They seek to take that which we will not give.
Why do you deny them access?
Our policy is not to share our technology with species who are not sufficiently advanced to use our gifts wisely. When a society encounters advanced technology, before they are ready, they often don't have the cultural or social development to handle it appropriately. This leads to war, genocide, and many other ills. We would protect the younger species from those tragedies. Our people believe, also, that each species has a unique destiny. To disrupt their path toward that destiny is wrong. All of the others must develop in their own time.
So what's your response?
While we are an extremely advanced world, we are not, in general, a militant one. Tiket will coordinate the defense, but I remain hopeful that we can reach a peaceful solution before blood is shed. Matara speaks for us, and she is quite a gifted diplomat. If all else fails, There are places known only to us and those who serve us. Our gateways can take us to these refuges, to recover and rebuild. Will you help us?
That's all for now.
The attack is beginning. I thought we'd have more time. We must retrieve the World Heart and escape. Will you help us?
The attack is beginning. We must decide how to proceed. I have spoken to these people, walked their streets, shared their meals. Regardless of what we know they will do in the future, the Iconians of this time are not evil. They are peaceful. And they are guilty of no crimes, worse than standing up for their ideals. The very same ideals, I might point out, as the Federation's prime directive.
So you're saying we should help them, even knowing what they will do?
You have walked the same streets as I, spoken to the same people. Can you allow them to die for crimes they have not yet committed? For my part, I find no honor in cold-blooded murder.
I see your point. What do you think, Seela?
It doesn't matter what these people are now. We know what they will become, what they will do. The Iconians will destroy my homeworld. They will bomb the archive in the Lanus system and exterminate the Preservers. They will incite the Undine to destroy Keswick 4. They will attack our homeworlds, kill those we love, and threaten our very existence.
That's in the future. We're here now.
And that changes nothing. We know what will happen. In our time, they are poised to destroy or enslave the galaxy. There is no choice. We destroy them now and save ourselves.
Is it even possible to kill them? Won't that create some kind of paradox?
You think I don't understand paradoxes? My mother came from an alternate timeline. I was born from a paradox. The universe will right itself. It always does. Besides, will the future we create here be any worse than the present waiting for us?
I don't know. That's the problem. We can't know. Right, let's go.
The World Heart contains all of our knowledge and all our genetic data. With it, we can rebuild. We have a refuge built for those who serve us. We shall go there.
We should be able to access the gateway network from here. We could disable all of the gateways at...
We offered Lemirin our aid. There is no honor in striking down an ally from the Hive.
The honorable thing would be to complete our mission and save our galaxy. Or do you not care about what happens to Kronos?
We need to transfer the World Heart to a transportable format. I'll need your help to initiate the download from that console.
This one? Oh, this one.
The download is proceeding, but it will not complete before the invaders find us.
Oh, hello, there they are. Mine, come in.
need to release the magnetic interlocks holding the core. I need you at the other console.
Okay, cause over here. Right.
More invaders. They must not take the world heart. We need to erase the mainframe memory banks. I will require your assistance.
It goes over here. I think I can drop a couple of crystals over here just to make it like easy for us to fight. Oh, yeah. It's weird.
More aliens are coming. Protect me. Mainframe memory erased. The last step is to eject the world heart.
Right. Let's release this the word art. Glowing blue ball, Owen.
I fear that was just the beginning of the violence. My people are few, and most of our heralds are elsewhere. Defeating a significant force would be costly to both sides. I know you are not one of the whole, and I have no right to ask for your assistance. But would you help us evacuate the city?
Gosh.
Blessings of the whole upon you. We must gather as many of our people as possible and escort them to the gateway platform. Once we are there, I will open the path to our refuge. Many of our people already left for Colony Worlds, but we have lost contact with them. I fear the worst.
What should we do first?
I recommend we locate Tiket. She is our protector, and there are none who know the ways of our enemy as well as she.
Follow me.
Tiket is a fearsome warrior, and has kept our people safe for countless millennia. Until today.
Rescuing Iconians is not what we're here to do.
Perhaps it is. When we came back in time, we did not know what we would find.
Yeah. Alright. The cat?
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. I will defend Iconia until my final breath.
There's no honor in throwing your life away.
Honor? Why should I care about honor when Iconian blood is being spilled on sacred ground? What honor have our enemies shown? They attack a peaceful world. Honor is meaningless.
She who's lost honor can lose nothing more.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. I will defend Iconia until my final breath.
If you die here, he will claim vengeance for the fallen.
Your words have merit. If we go through the refuge, we can rebuild. There, we can plan our vengeance. No one will ever threaten us again.
Think about your people, Tiket. not your revenge.
She is a fool. She would let her people die so she could avenge them.
Vengeance is a powerful weapon.
Indeed. That might... Although I think we've got quite a few other things. See that. Have you been reading now my captain's log? Because that's the only way you can know some of the things that we'll be talking about.
We will never forget this tragic day.
Okay, that's painful. Gotta be careful around here. You can get our team stuck in there. Oh dear, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, I've just done it. I've used the ability which no one wouldn't do, but when no one terror.
Thank you. You have shown exceptional kindness and valor in this trying time. I will miss my home. Iconia is precious to us, but as long as the whole survives, we can use the world heart to rebuild.
Go to the gateway platform, we'll meet you there. Oh. We're gonna have to take the long way round. And we're going to go through the park. We've got to go this way. And come on, you guys.
These are not a warlike people.
Not yet. That will change.
Bloodshed affects everyone differently.
Indeed.
My people became warriors when an alien species threatened our home.
And the Iconians will become conquerors.
You guys tend to get moving forward. And this group around here is come on. I'm done with this weapon. So come on, you guys.
Now I see your plan. We've won their confidence, gathered them together. Strike now, and we can eliminate them all.
You must now again. This is another picture. Well, we must wait for the last minute for our betrayers, so they have no chance of us to escape. And it's going to be a bit of a tight one.
Enemy target on sensor. Personal shield losing power. Personal shield losing power.
gateway is damaged. You will need to reroute the power and reinitialize the gateway open sequence.
Ian, what are you doing on the flights? Let's reroute power.
Didn't the others save the Iconians? Where are they?
They may already be here.
Go on, Ian. Yeah, we're...
We're losing ground!
We can't hold them off for...
That's it. Send them through.
No! This isn't our mission! You took everything from me!
The World Heart.
There's no time. The gateway is closing.
Only 12 of us are left. That crystal contains our civilization.
Seela, stop! We are better than this!
I will remember this, Romulan. I will extinguish your people in payment for your treachery.
This has all played out this way before. I am the cause for Hobus.
Who did this? No good. So, Seela. Let's give me the go of that.
I know what you were going to say, but I did what I had to do for my people. I should have acted sooner. If I had, perhaps Romulus would have been restored.
Can see your act caused the destruction of Romulus? We sent 12 Iconians to Dora 3. We are the others.
That can't... Taket! What have I done?
No, we could have... Do you have a choice? Predestination paradox would say this event had to happen. It is the reason that you're here. You know, you've looked out for yourself. Now you can see the results of your selfishness. You're lucky that it didn't turn out worse. Hope this is a painful lesson to your heart, Seela.
The Iconians have fled to Dewa 3, and the Gateway's console has been destroyed, so no one can follow them. Our fate may not have changed from our actions here, but we have done what honor demanded. We are not murderers. Whatever our future may hold, we will face it with our eyes open and our heads held high. We must return to our own time and see what effect our actions had.
This isn't going to be easy to explain, but we need to return. And beam up and then sit back to the 2410.
We're initiating a tachyon burst to reopen the portal that brought us here. That should bring us back to the exact moment we left the present time.
The heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
We're on our way.
Captain Cochran to Alliance Fleet. Stand down. I repeat, stand down. You have the World Heart and the means to end this. Signal the Iconians, show them we have it, and that we are the ones who save them. This is our last chance to end this war.
Take that. Lemran?
Do you wish to surrender? A wise decision.
No, Lemran. We just returned from the past. Your past. And we have the World Heart to prove it.
How did you acquire that?
We saved it. We were there when Iconian was lost.
That is not possible. But yet, I see the World Heart in your hands. It is time to end this. Your leaders, our unity. Now.
Wait. And here we are on the Iconian Bridge. See quite a few things out here. A space dock, but not much else. The shell ship, but shell ship's probably down there somewhere. Oh, Ren.
If what you say is true, then that core contains all of the lost knowledge of our people. So much that we thought was lost forever. Will you return all the remains of our civilization to us?
This conflict must end. This wound must be healed. Ren?
I have never had a chance to examine you closely, but now that you stand before me, I remember. You helped us, although it gained you nothing. You are the other.
And this war should have never happened.
Hate blinded us. Fear of the unknown crippled us. Pain called out for blood. In ever greater measures, the events of that day set us on this path. It grieves me to see where it has led. After we escaped to Daywalk 3, protecting ourselves became our sole purpose. We transformed ourselves, our whole, even our heralds, to prevent another tragedy. And we vowed never to trust again.
You trusted me once.
I did, and it saved us. But we believed the other lost to us. And you were lost to time. And we preserved the whole by any means necessary.
You say you wanted to protect yourselves. In doing so, you destroyed countless lives.
Indeed. We protected the whole against the lesser species who would destroy us if given a chance.
who would steal what we would not give freely. And we did not mourn the deaths of those who were not a part of our unity. And then we faced you, a foe who would not yield, who subverted time itself in an attempt to destroy us. But instead, you showed compassion, even though you knew what would happen to your people if we survived. You helped us, because that is who you are.
Starfleet's mission is to explore, not destroy. Like you, we were defending ourselves.
I am humbled in the face of such integrity. I shall be forever grateful to you for showing us the error of our ways.
Enough blood has been spilt. Let us end this war.
Whatever these creatures did in the past is meaningless. They killed our sister. They broke our unity. And for that, I will destroy.
Have you forgotten what we did for your people? For you?
Never forget what you have done, or what that creator, the receiver, did. There will never be enough blood to wash away my need for vengeance.
Seela was grieving for the loss of her homeworld. A homeworld you destroyed. You already have extracted revenge.
A single world. I can destroy 1,000,000 worlds, and it would not be enough. Your existence is an insult to the memory of our people. I will continue my fight, even if I must fight alone.
Cat, please listen.
She will not listen. Tiket has always been very stubborn. In a few thousand years, perhaps, her attitudes will change. Until then, be wary. Tiket is a formidable opponent, and I will not take up arms against her, even in defense of the other. But with those of us who remain, you shall have peace. We ask only for our home world. Leave Iconia and our servants undisturbed, and we will trouble you no longer.
That sounds fair. We have to ratify this treaty with the Alliance.
I understand, but our terms are not negotiable. We need time to breathe and contemplate. Perhaps in a millennia or two, it will be different.
Very well, very well. Thank you for striking this card. And we can speak to everyone around here. We'll be leaving Seela to the last, but Harry Kim.
Your compassion has accomplished more in one act than we could have with all the phasers in the fleet. Honor and selflessness have been almost forgotten over the past few years. That needs to change. It's time to act like Starfleet officers again.
Now we need to rebuild.
We have a lot to do to heal the wounds the war has left on us all. But we've survived the Borg and the Dominion. We can survive this.
I agree, Captain Kim. Now, Nog.
There's a lot of work to be done now.
We need to rebuild, recover, try to learn how to live in this new reality. But with people like you on our side, I know we can do it.
We'll see if we work together, and I'll see you in quite a few episodes' time. And Captain Paris.
I thought this was it. The last day. And I was ready, but I'm glad my daughter didn't have to die in defense of the Federation. That I get to go home after this. We all do. Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain. Cadgren, how's it like it on Starfleet? Cadme.
We have much to do, but first, we will celebrate. Let the blood wine flow now that the bloodletting has ceased. There is more to being a warrior than vengeance and death. True honor comes from doing what is right, despite the personal cost. The Iconians will depart, and we will rebuild. Mercy has triumphed where weapons could not. Now I will try to find a way to share this wisdom with my people. Many warriors have fallen in this war. Those of us who remain must walk the path of honor.
Yoko's that show me the way, Cadgren. And Sealer. Now, whilst we've got eyes on you, I do think you might suddenly disappear if you're not careful. But Sealer?
I don't know what to say. I thought I was protecting our future. But instead, all this... It happened because of a mistake I made hundreds of thousands of years ago. I've made a lot of difficult choices in my life. And I didn't always consider the consequences of my actions. Today has made me wonder if there's another way. If I can be better than I am.
It is never too late. And there we've done the Iconian storyline. So the Iconian arc is now over. Well, almost over. But once we've been to the ship, it will be. So, time to beam up.
The war is over. Although we could not turn back the clock and restore the lives that were lost and the planets that were ravaged, we have ended the conflict honorably. You made the right choice. And that is not always an easy one to make. I would be honored to fight by your side again. Before that day comes, however, we must rebuild. There is already talk of new exploration missions. Perhaps we will find our next challenge among the unexplored stars.
And here we go. We've got, as usual, we get the usual experience and expertise. We get the Peacemaker character title, which we also get a new outfit, which is the Iconian vest. Some people, it's a nice outfit, although I can't imagine Scarlet wearing it. And you also get the usual delivery mark. We get the Soul Defense set. This is a very defensive set and probably is on par with the Cabalist set, other than this is a 3-piece set, so you can combine it with the previous episode's warp car with no problem. Now, I know we also pick up the nanite repair matrix. This will give you a automatic free hull heal for every first time you break up under 50% in a window of time. This isn't just a full heal every time you break up under 150. You do have to get, so there is that hull heal does not guarantee it. Very useful if you're constantly dying or died like I did in this episode. I'll admit it. This also might be the last time you see the Pira. I'm going to say this now. Every arc we change our ships. Oh, well, now that we don't have to carry the same ship do all the stuff. I mean, the Piri you might see her again, but I don't think she'll be around for the next major episode though. So let's collect our choice, which today will be the repair matrix. Let's see. But this has been Max Writer. You've enjoyed the Iconian arc, and next time we'll be doing a brand new story. But when that story will be, we have to see next time.